Hello again. Things got out of hand last time. That's okay. I promise there won't be any Cthulhu shit in this video. No, just kidding. Alright, so. Uh, Foolishness, it turns out, is a long con. Yeah, who knew? Who knew? I'm actually going to take these off because too much reflection. I can't see anything right now, so bear with me. Let's just take a look back through the history of this conversation, shall we? Let's just go back to the start where it all began. Okay? Stephanie Taylor. Stephanie fucking Taylor, right? Now let's just get this out of the way quickly, okay? I wasn't born yesterday. I know, I look very young. I act like a child sometimes. But I wasn't actually born yesterday. So that's important. That's good to remember. Okay, so that's point number one. I'm just going to put it up there, okay? In our brain. Just keep it in there. Okay. Stephanie Taylor doesn't exist. I knew this right away, okay? Because I wasn't born yesterday, I understand scammers and how they work. And being somebody who works on a computer most days for long stretches of time, even when I'm not working, I'm somewhat working on a computer. I would like to call tech savvy, and with that comes some intelligence around this kind of thing. You learn, you get used to things, you see patterns, like Neo in the fucking Matrix. Okay, I'm straight up losing it. All right, let's just get to the point. Now, if we click on Stephanie Taylor's thingy, we can go to her profile and take a look at it. So, okay, we can't actually take a look at it. It's private, so that's already, that's it's like it's an orange flag. It's like a yellow flag, right? You don't stop, but you don't straight through it either. You cautiously caution. It's a caution flag. Why is it private? Some people like their privacy. That's fine. That's fine. That's not the reason. But if we right click on her profile image, we can open it in another tab, which will open the full-size version of it, not the padded version made to fit the profile image box in the code of the website. And we can see it much larger. So look at that. It's pretty decent image, right? You can see it pretty well. If you knew who this was, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's such and such, right? Yeah, cool, okay. Now I know that some of you looking at this know exactly who that is. Don't lie. I'll be honest, I didn't. Not because I don't know who that is, I just didn't recognize that image, okay? That makes it sound worse. So the point is, right, okay. Now, let's just say if I thought somebody wasn't a real person, if I thought somebody was trying to scam me, I would want to find out if the image they were using was actually them. How would I do that? I can look at it and go, not everybody's that pretty, right? Something stupid like that. But no, see, here's the thing. Okay, Google is very smart. You can say whatever you want about Google and who owns it and all that crap, but you can't deny it. Google is smart. Why? It's had decades to learn how to be smart. It has decades of programming and formatting to give it the abilities it currently possesses. And one of those abilities is a lovely little thing called Search Image with Google. Now, what this allows us to do is we can take the data kept in the JPEG of the image, and we can take that data and go, hey Google, you recognize any of this shit? Do you know it? And Google typically goes, actually, yes, I do. I've seen it before. Google has a really good memory because it's a computer. It's not the same, right? And then after we've asked it that and it's given us, its recollection of that thing, we can go, okay, well, Google, you're a computer, so you don't just have a memory, you have archives of things. You have access to the interwebs. Internet, for you laymen out there. And so we can go, okay, I want to find the source of this image. Show me exactly where it has shown up everywhere else in the internet. See, now for Stephanie Taylor, this is a problem. Because if we search this image and we find the source is not from a quaint, young, such and such, she, them, zygote, fucking whatever, living in Michigan, named Stephanie Taylor, ooh, that don't look good for her credibility. So we did. And turns out it belongs to a very conservative, a very normal, well-adjusted, socially acceptable, take home to your parents woman named Sasha Grey. You know exactly who the fuck that is. I know who that is from the name. And then it's just a matter of finding where that exact image came from, which I did. And then I sent it to Stephanie Taylor and said, hey, wait a minute. Is that you? And now we get to watch as her fucking world crumbles. I say her. We know it's a he. It's always a guy. I'm sorry. Not to be sexist. It's always a guy. It's always a guy in fucking Thailand or some shit. Alright? The lesson here is don't be a fuckhead. It's very simple. It's very simple. You just have to not do it. In fact, you could go about your day-to-day life and manage to completely steer clear of being a fuckhead. Whereas if you're like this person, that's a bit more tricky. That's a bit more tricky because they go out of their way to be a fuckhead. Now we have to teach them. We have to teach them not to be a fuckhead. And this is how we do it. It's called education. Thank you for your time. I hope this has been somewhat educational for you as well. Stay safe out there. It's dangerous. People want to know where you live, and they will ask more than once.